Hello YouTube, welcome back to The Binding of Isaac. We are doing an Eden run, and we are mostly going to be talking about, to start with, the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, because Jesus Christ, there is no God. But first, the run. One good starting item. Good damage, bad HP. Necronomicon, I guess, is fine. Oh, too many numbers. 8310J79T is the seed. So I've given chat some time before I got started to go watch the trailer, the most recent one as of, well, just before May 1st. Let's start with the good. It looks like a movie. I don't think there's anything wrong with Sonic's voice. I'm not too bothered about Jim Carrey as Eggman because oh, yeah, he is. Oh, that's a bloody tough choice. Because my tear rate's already good. Oh damn, that is a Alright, where's my Casey Jones coin? Hang on. I think the one I want more is Spring Onion, or whatever it's called, Crying Onion. So Crying Onion is Casey Jones, the wafer is the Turtles. It's Casey Jones. Oh hello. What, you didn't like the sound of the coin getting flipped? That was a tough choice. Honestly, like when he was just Jim Carrey with a mustache, as Kurt called him in his tweet, I had no problem with it. That very last clip of him where he looks much more like comic book game Eggman, that's the point where I was like, ugh. Also, how many Tinder Rocks? There's like 3. That was when I was like, oh, that's, no, I don't like that. As for his performance, as with every single role he's ever played, he's just playing himself. But yeah, right until we had the visual change, I was fine with him just being him. Oh, another thing to note, oh, that's good. The army colonel that he's berating is the dude who played Damien Dark in Arrow. And when he was in Arrow, I thought he was forced to wear contacts because he has very, very piercing ice white blue eyes. But apparently those are just his eyes because they're the same in the trailer for the Sonic movie. Yet another tinted rock, Jesus. So he just has really freaky looking, like, vampire eyes. Seed, this is a good seed. It's got too many numbers in it, but there it is again. 8310J79T. His eyes are just naturally soul piercing. I've got to wonder, like, how much of that played a role in him getting given the role of Damien Dark. Not that there's anything wrong with his acting. I thought he was a good villain. But I recognised him instantly. I was like, hang on a second. He's lost a little bit of weight, which is nice, I guess. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's Damien Dark. So, I guess I forgot what game I was playing briefly there. We've had the item room. We need bombs, but we'll fight the boss first. So, the obvious worst part of the trailer is Sonic himself. And, oh, one of these days, like, before I end up not doing this anymore, I want to have a tweet go viral, like a witty tweet. And I've made a good one about what Sonic looks like that I'm going to repeat here because I feel like it's an accurate representation of what he looks like. He looks like Detective Pikachu did the fusion dance with a water-damaged Furby. That is exactly what he looks like. I don't know why his face is so puffed up. I don't know why, like, I always thought if I looked at Sonic, you know, like his I don't know what, flesh-coloured mouth bit? I thought that was skin. I didn't think that was fur. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I always thought that was like his skin bit. Like, hedgehogs aren't all fur, they've got skin as well. Also, if you thought that was witty, please go to my Twitter and retweet the tweet. I just want one viral tweet. But yeah, I always assumed that was skin. So making it fur as well is probably what's making him look so weird. If you can try and imagine it that it wasn't like that, I think people would be having less of a negative reaction to how he appears to be. Hello, Ty. Oh, my tea will be getting cold. I deliberately only put in a smattering of milk so it would stay warm longer because, God, I need it. I don't think people are overreacting. I think it looks bad enough to warrant making fun of. In terms of like the stuff you see him doing in the comedy, I don't have a problem with that at all. It's purely down to him having the wrong visual look. It's jarring. And as I say, I think part of the reason for that is the skin thing. Sonic is not supposed to be 100% fur. I guess he is a furry when you think about it, but he's not 100% fur. He has skin. I did see a lot of comparison pictures to, like, you know, there's part of the trailer where he looks like super shocked and he's kind of doing the Pikachu shocked face. I saw that compared with Ugandan Knuckles, and it's a match. They match up, and that is not going to do the movie any favors. Also, I didn't really understand one of the jokes in the trailer. Like, Token Human is like smuggling Sonic somewhere, locked in a Ziploc bag or whatever, and some woman hears him moving around and says, "Did you sneak your child in there?" And then the human replies, "No." And then he waits and thinks for a second and then says, "Oh, well, he is a child, but he's not mine." Is that the joke? What part of that is the joke? Also, is Sonic supposed to be a child? He always struck me as being like at least a teenager. We might as well look in the shop since well, we'll kill the boss first. Ah, but hang on. Wish I hadn't done that. I was remembering Necronomicon on that last boss incidentally. I was waiting for Ragman if he got too many summons out to use it, and same here, I'm going to wait and see if he gets lots of ads out and then use it then. Or if we get Krampus, I guess it'd be handy to help kill him faster. HP please? That's no HP. The humour is he's just digging a hole for himself with what he's saying. Well, you see, that's the thing. They didn't act like he'd kidnapped a child. They acted like he was smuggling a child into work. Why would you need to do that? Like, I know it's over-analysing a crappy joke in a movie trailer, but still, it was notable enough to me to be strange. But other stuff in it, like I would never go to the cinema to see it. I would consider watching it on like DVD when it's out. My idea would be it just comes to Netflix in like a year, and I'll be like, oh, that's Sonic live action movie that tanked. I'll watch that, and then that would give me something else to talk about a year from now. The ripped leg muscles. Okay, yeah, the legs being like full-length, muscular human legs is also jarring to see. I mean, I guess it makes sense he wouldn't have stick legs like he does in the game because he runs for, well, I was going to say for a living, but he just runs. At the same time, yeah. Have they ever gone on record as to why the visual style was like that? Because this has been getting made at the same time as Detective Pikachu, so it's not like they looked at that and thought, yeah, we've got to copy them. I think it's just a coincidence. So I'm really curious if they've ever given justification for the visual style they've decided to go with. Okay. Alright, no, let's not get into nitpicking, although I did think the same thing at the same time. That when the speed gun set him off, the speed listed was way too slow for how fast he went by. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Detective Pikachu also looks weird, but because that world is so fanciful, I think they'll get away with the bizarre visual style of like making all the Pokemon have fur and stuff. The reason, again, the Sonic thing looks as bad as it does is because he's being compared to like normal humans. Hello. $760 miles per hour? Is that even fast enough? Because I thought it said 160 as well. But then again, I did only watch it once. Then I had to throw up a few times from watching the trailer once, and I was like, I don't want to watch it again. See, that's overreacting. I can guarantee you right now, just to rehash a really old bit that we used to do a lot, if you go to YouTube right now and type in Sonic live action trailer reactions, you're going to see a bunch of overreacting I was going to use the bad C word there. Assholes in the thumbnails, like pretending to puke and stuff. You should tweet that and go viral. No, I already did my viral attempt. You all need to go and retweet it now. Quickly, before someone else makes up a more satirical, witty way of saying Sonic looks ugly. Although granted, mine is only weeb friendly because it mentions a fusion dance, so you've got to know what the fusion dance is for it to be funny, but whatever. Thank you, Kurt's Gaming Stuff, who clearly is not flim-flam whatchamacall-them from the weekend, for 17 months with Twitch Prime. I saw Sunday stream and had a good chuckle. Yes, I did think that you changed your name because they have the same colour name, although I just realised they've been subbed for longer, so now I don't know who they were. Oh, yeah, Chris B, can you link my tweet that I wish to go viral? Let's circumvent Twitter. I'm not sure if that breaks the rules or not. Does Twitter have rules? Sometimes think about getting desperate enough to do that kind of thing regarding YouTube. Like every time a YouTube video of mine goes live, posting it to Discord and being like, hey, go comment and like this. Not that liking it does anything, but commenting on it might. But then I kind of think, does that break the rules? It might, kind of, because you're soliciting interactions. Thank you for the bits as well.
Oh.
Ooh, and thank you. There's a tweet. Everyone, please retweet it, even if you don't think it's funny. Help me make one of my dreams come true. It's on my career suicide bucket list. Ooh, chaos. Cannot use it. And if we don't get some Spirit Hearts soon, we're in danger of this otherwise awesome run going tits up. Also, I could have gotten there for free. Thank you, Nigel Stormcaller, for 1 month in a... Well, I'm on 1 month streak. Twitch is not a thing. But 8 months in total with Twitch Prime. Since I've sorted out the hacker situation, I've been able to resub now. Still delayed the baby. Don't worry, if it stays in longer, it just means it's going to be fancier when it comes out. Creators and other Discords you're in, alert when new videos come up. Well, 1, can you set that up automatically? And 2, does that not just annoy most people, even though it would help out the person they're presumably there to help support? Because wouldn't they get a everyone equivalent? Which fools them into thinking they have a friend. Was that too dark? I feel like that was too dark. I'm in a weird mood today. That's how I get with allergies. No HP. I get a really good item, just no HP. I'm not even going to go through that room because I'm going to walk on the spikes when I walk back. I know it. You never understood why tits up is a bad thing. I don't know the origin of that expression either. I wouldn't mind like making some kind of... I've considered even doing this, making some kind of call to action plan for like just a solid month of really trying to rekindle YouTube. And the Discord thing was one of the potential ways of doing that. I was just going to say, it should not come in here without a charge, but it didn't matter. What I really need is a bomb, because I want that black heart. Thank you. Tits up is a 20th century phrase of military origin. Okay, it's been suggested that the term derives from the behaviour of airplanes' altitude indicators, which turn upside down when faulty and display an inverted W resembling a pair of breasts. Huh, well, there you go. I did not know that. Trust it to be military in origin. Yeah, that was copy-pasted. Of course it was. That would be the Wikipedia. If Wikipedia has sayings, origins on it, which presumably it does, because it's information. Not necessarily like useful information, but information. So chat, what else shall we talk about? I did watch that DVD I bought of like 4 Superman movies, but honestly it's just Superman is exceptionally boring. You're missing an item room. We have found our item room. The turret flies good. It's not HP though. Yes, Superman versus the Elite was one of the 4. The other 4... Hang on, have I still got it here? I do. I'm going to list the order they appear in and then imagine them in the opposite order, and it would make 100% more sense because some of them follow on from each other. But like the Batman box that I got, they're in the wrong goddamn order. Superman Unbound, which was him versus Brainiac. Superman Doomsday, which is the death of Superman, which was exceptionally bad. It was not the type of movie I thought it was going to be. Superman versus the Elite, and then Superman Batman Apocalypse, which is Supergirl's origin when they fight Darkseid, and then Superman Batman Public Enemies, which is Lex Luthor as president and he turns heroes against Batman and Superman because they don't like him. The latter 2 were good because they had Batman in them and it was Kevin Conroy. But Superman is just... It's not even that his fights are boring because they put him up against people who are his equal or better. Like, Doomsday obviously kicks his ass, so does Darkseid, etc, etc. It's just that he's boring because he's so good. He isn't flawed enough, finally, there we go. I like the general message of Superman vs. Elite where it was like, hey, just sending prisoners to, or villains to jail doesn't work anymore. You need a modern take on villains, why not just kill them? But even then, it was kind of there. I like the Superman vs. Doomsday fight of that one, but it happens in the first 5 minutes. And then I thought the rest of it was going to be about like Lex Luthor not being able to cope without having a nemesis. But he just makes a clone, and then Superman has to kill the clone, and that's it. Because the clone gets too extreme and decides to start killing villains. And picking on old ladies, which is quite funny. Like, to tell you how jarring it is the order they put those movies in, the first movie in the list ends with Lois Lane and Clark wanting to get married, and then cut to the second one and Lois is dating Superman but doesn't know that Superman is Clark Kent, which is just incredibly stupid. Oh, need that. Yoink. Hello, Vice President. We were kind of talking about both briefly, but we were talking about other things earlier, like the Sonic trailer. You know how it is, I've got to talk about Batman at least once. Pretty fly. What I can talk about is on my day off, other than watching the Superman movies, I did, well, as anyone who follows me on Twitter knows, I finished painting the Robot Gilliman. Well, Ultramarines have that whole Roman thing going on, so presumably he's actually meant to be Robute Gilliman, but that's not the way I say it. It was a very, very difficult model to paint. I hated it. I did not do it to a good standard, but you actually have to know how to paint to do him well. Yeah, Robot Girly Man is what his other name is on the internet. He has a weird name. No, Papa Smurf is Marnius Calgar. This is Mom, right? No. I'm gonna go to the shop. We could still use some more HP. Is there Grandpa Smurf? Because I guess that'd be him. Because he's one generation behind Marnius. This not a good standard of the monolith. No, I'm talking about my miniature painting. I did get the 2-player starter set, Dark Knight Rises, for the Batman miniature game. It comes with a lot of great stuff. I also got the Why So Serious Heath Ledger new Joker models. They're good. One of them has a broken handle on his grapple gun, just because it's thin resin and it happens way too much. Also, I got the Two-Face from that as well, and Two-Face's gun has no barrel. Didn't come with one. I don't even think it was a case of it breaking off, I think it just didn't come with one. So he's going to have a revolver with no, like, stub thing on the end. Yeah, we can go back to talking about the trailer if you want. I haven't read any of the Horus Heresy books yet, but once I finish the Tau book I'm reading right now, I'm reading one of the Horus Heresy books. Buried Dagger, I think it's called, just because it's the Mortarion one. I want to read about him. I don't even remember the song from the trailer, honestly. I didn't pay attention to it. I'm not very good with music. To briefly nerd out about the 40k books I've been reading, because I'm almost done with the Tau book and I read that Death Guard book. Biggest complaint about 40k literature is it exists to serve no purpose. Like, they all feel like, well, I say all of them having read like 1.7. But, like, the story, there's no point. What is this room? The story has no purpose, and just when it seems like it's done introducing the characters and now you're ready to go on an adventure with them, it just ends. I'm hoping the Horus Heresy books aren't like that, because at least they've been, like, planned out long in advance. But that's my complaint of just, like, the bog standard books. They serve no purpose and go nowhere. Well, the razor will have to do. You know, despite the fact I watched that Sonic movie trailer, couldn't for the life of you tell you when it's out. I think I was too busy throwing up by the time that it said when it was releasing, so can someone tell me? Hey. Hopefully never. Never is not an option. Hide our last item room. Last shop. BFFs, considering we have Rotten Baby and Turret Fly, is probably good. I would like a little bit more for that Spirit Heart as well. It's been a little while since I've remembered drawing out of this, so it's not too bad. Didn't even use the Hermit card, I used the key. Son of a bitch. This film is not yet upon us. That's a good release date. Oh, it's in November. Well, that's still a little while for the world to end before they get a chance to show it to anyone, so that's pretty good. How's the apocalypse coming along? Someone give Vanya her violin. I almost said guitar. Come on, please. Thank you. No deal. There we go. Oh, I forgot about my tea in this. It's ice cold. Well, ice cold is an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Why did they go with Jim Carrey, not Nick Cage? Nick Cage was presumably busy voicing Noir Spider-Man. Or Spider-Man Noir, whatever. You know, in a good movie. Why are we getting... Oh, it's a library. Well, we do this because we only have one key. And that gives us access to all the others. And we'll also get Bookworm. And I will take Satanic Bible with me. Although we have a lot of damage, so maybe I should take Book of Shadows. Nah, well, Actually, I would usually take Satanic Bible. Let's take Book of Shadows just to be different. Been gone for a few days. Do I still stream Risk of Rain 2? I do, yeah. It did reasonably well on the Sunday poll, if I remember rightly, but it didn't win, so that's why we haven't played it in a little bit. Runs of that take a while. That's the other problem with it. We'll probably play it at some point this week. Today I want to do more Stardew because I'm mildly addicted, and tomorrow I want to hurry up and do Space Engineers because I'm really curious if Valinor and I will get into that once we're doing it cooperatively, even if it is super grindy. With or without people in chat as well. I have seen Into the Spider-Verse, yes. Oh damn, Book of Revelations gave me Conquest. Oh. He died off screen so the battle music didn't stop. It's Sensor and that's the Hadoukens, right? Oh yeah, it is. Those are fast. Oh yeah, it's a double key room. Don't want to reroll, so we'll just go. Sometimes we have a space, yeah. It's open to chat. Taste my Hadoukens. Oh good, they make it so I can't see any of my enemy's shots. All according to plan. I didn't really teleport very far, did I? Let's see, what else did I do my day off? Did I cover everything? I'm looking behind me to try and remind myself. I did that unboxing video, watched those movies, painted. Yeah, I think that's about all that I did. Ooh, luck down, you're spoiling me. I need something to fill like 10 minutes of conversation, chat, because apparently I've exhausted how I spent my boring day off. It was warm, didn't feel like doing much, you know how it is. I still haven't got around to finishing watching Arrow yet. Because it's the last, well, I know there's one more season coming, but it's like the last season. I'm in that phase where I'm like, I don't really want to watch the end. No, we don't want that. Did Sora do something interesting? No, but you have reminded me I did have a small story to tell about her. She's been doing this for a while, although on a negative side, she started trying to eat her poop again for some reason. I suspected for a little while she'd been trying to do it. I caught her trying to do it this morning, so there is no doubt now. I've upped her food a little bit in case it's just that she's hungry, but who knows. Nier Automata is 25% off on Steam. I will have to consider that then, because I did say I'd probably well, it technically is replaying it, because I played through like a quarter of it. But that was on PS4. Hang on, to finish the story, to go back to what I was talking about. Sora does this thing where in the morning, when I turn to her and say, hey, do you want your first meal of the day? You know, that word. She will always like scramble and grab a toy to take downstairs with us. And she will always place it in front of the fridge, which is where I go to get her meat for her, you know, her first meal of the day. It's like she's offering up as like currency. It's like, you can have this, but only if you give me your meat. And she always does it. She always takes a toy down with her and leaves it there. Either that or she's just trying to show off her intelligence, being like, haha, I know where the human's going. The human's going over here to get the meat. Just leave it waiting for me. One makes you small. She only does it for... I keep on wanting to say, you know, the meal name, but she might hear me. She only does it for the first meal. She doesn't do it for the second meal or the third meal. Only ever the first one. It could just be that she's especially hungry in the morning, and that's maybe why she's like willing to offer up one of her favourite toys. I don't know, she's weird. Yeah, it's a gift for the fridge god. I just like razor you. I keep forgetting I have the razor. Book of Shadows plus a razor. It's no sacrificial dagger, but it's still good. Jesus, it's been a long time since I've been fast enough to make it a hush. Almighty Fridge, please accept the sacrifice and bestow your blessings upon me. I don't think she's that verbose. I mean, in fact, in true Scottish fashion, given the Border Collies are so associated with Scottish people, I'd imagine she'd have a filthy mouth. Just absolutely filthy. Like the Pokemon trainer meme for Sword, Shield and Gun. You heard me. You've got a prime code for Magic the Gathering Arena? Given your penchant for getting addicted to things like that, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be playing that. You can't fly. I keep forgetting, just because I picked up White Pony once, I'm like, yeah, you can fly, what are you doing? I'm trying to think, like, my Scottish is not slangy enough, but how would you say it in... Giza's breakfast, you hope chin big fanny? That'd be one way, I suppose. It feels weird speaking gutter Scottish. Hulching just means, like, smelly. Like, my impersonation of gutter Scottish is about on par with Michael Myers' attempt of it. This fat bastard. What just came out of your mouth? Horrible things. Good luck to YouTube's swearbot detecting that. It looked like a very dapper possessed angel thing. We're missing the angel wings. Ah, we were small enough that that shot went over his head. Isaac. Can't see your shots, Isaac. Gonna have to do this. Blurtle. It has indeed been a little while. Got here just in time to see my chest. Made from real gorilla vest. Wait. Reverse those last two words. That's a piss poor assortment of items. But this was a very, very powerful run. It was a little bit spotty because of HP. But, well, it still technically is. But we got that mostly sorted. Far and away of how that last Trainwreck Gungeon run went. That one's not even making it onto YouTube. You can tell it's bad when even I look at it and say to myself, that's not worth uploading. Because normally I'd upload anything. Hello, chub. Don't start arguing about magic decks, you bunch of nerds. Also, mono black is the only option. Zombie decks win. Shame about all the vampires, but everyone has to pay some kind of price. Pop up, please. Thank you. Hey, we found Blue Baby nice and quick. Good, because with negative luck, we don't really want to go chest hunting. Nor do we need to. Mono blue is the best. Mono blue is the you don't want it to have any friends deck. Elf decks. Oh, thank you. You would have given me something to talk about, but we're at the end of the run. I did an interview regarding Article 13 for a institution in the UK that teaches gaming and programming stuff. I didn't expect them to like use my whole quote. I expected them to pick parts out. They also made like a big standout quote of the most like least factual, most emotional thing I said in it, which I don't fully agree with, but whatever. Anyway, for the people watching after the fact on YouTube, see you next time.